Is it better for our conscience to endure the blows that life may send, rather than stand against them?
Leave or not to leave? As the British contemplate their decision, the Danish are awaiting the outcome, because talk of a Brexit in the UK is triggering the feeling that a similar referendum here may follow. Kromborg Castle, the home of Shakespeare's Hamlet, where there's a sense that events in Britain could have a domino effect.
We could easily end up in a situation where Denmark would leave as well, because we say if England leaves, UK leaves, then we have to leave the same at the same time.
There are a lot of problems, but I'm not sure that the problems are going to be any smaller by breaking away. We're just going to create a whole new set of problems.
There is some things that I'm not really happy about, that we're giving some power away, and because there are so many countries part of EU, so in a way I can imagine Denmark not being a part of it, and I have actually thought of it, that in one way I would maybe like it.
Denmark's often reflected Britain's position within the EU. Both joined in 1973 and both have negotiated opt-outs from the euro and closer integration. Analysts say the appetite for a Danish in-out referendum is stronger than ever.
Throughout history, there's been two EU proponents for every opponent. So it's a very fluid situation, and I frankly believe, based on our polling, that if there was a referendum tomorrow and the Brits had voted themselves out beforehand, it would be a vote out for Denmark as well.
The Danish government has been an anxious observer over the past few months, offering public support to the UK Remain campaign, and the Danish Prime Minister has recently spoken of considerable uncertainty in the European project, exacerbated by the economic and migration crises. But the official word here is there'll be no Danish referendum, regardless of the UK outcome.
The rhetoric, both on the left and the right opposition in Denmark, has become a tiny bit more anti-EU. So I think the mainstream parties will be under increased pressure, but I'm not entirely sure whether they're actually going to come to one and make a referendum.
There's a view here that David Cameron has shown the way for places like Denmark to shape a less formal relationship with the EU. As the final scenes in Britain's referendum play out, whatever the outcome, the ripple effect across the water is unavoidable. Gavin Lee, BBC News, Denmark.